There's a good chance that not many people are going to see this video because TikTok doesn't like it when I talk about our business, but got a good question, don't want to leave you hanging. Maybe we're going to be saying bye-bye to this app anyway, so let's throw it all out there, shall we? Now, I'm not sure if you were asking me personally how I know what each tincture does, or if you were asking from a customer's perspective, you've gone to the website, you're trying to figure out what all of these products do. But I got you covered for both answers, so let's get into it, shall we? If you're asking how I personally know what each one of these tinctures does, well, the answer is simple. My husband and I developed every single recipe for all of our products based off of research that we have spent many years doing. And a question a lot of naysayers like to toss out to me is, well, have you done clinical trials? How do you know that these things work? This set of books right here, Inquiry into Plants, was written by a Greek philosopher in 350 BC. Now, obviously, this copy specifically was compiled, translated into English by Harvard University in 1917. This book on Chinese medicine was originally published in 300 AD.
The doctor of Korean medicine that treated my chronic pancreatitis used 4,000-year-old unimproved medicine. Successfully.
Long story short, the knowledge of plants and what they do to our body is far older than Western modern medicine. You just can't patent the naturally occurring compounds in plants. And for years now, my husband and I have been on a journey of doing the research to gain the knowledge of what these plants do for our bodies. And outside of those old antique books, we have an extensive library of herbal remedy resources, including clinical modern day research. This is the book right here that started this whole journey for us over 8 years ago now when we were living off-grid in the bush in Alaska. And for personal use, I wanted to know what the plants that grew in our yard did for us. We don't use any ingredients or make anything that hasn't already been tested and tried and true and researched for hundreds of years now and published. We just took that knowledge and compiled it to make our own blends specific for purposes that we thought were necessary. And so, for example, when it comes to making these tinctures, we think about what is the overall intended purpose of this end product. In the case of Contravalor, I knew as a woman that my end goal with that tincture was to help with things related to the problems that come with owning a uterus, whether it is active or in retirement or completely evicted from the body. And so I went to my resources and I compiled the whole list of all the plants targeted towards the female reproductive system. And then I narrowed that list down to the more targeted specific things like PCOS symptoms, perimenopause, menopause, PMS, cramping, heavy periods, all the things that come with the joys of owning a uterus. Once we had our list, we put our plants together in the jar and developed our recipe, and Contravalor was born. Now, second portion of how this question could be taken. How do you as the customer know what each of these tinctures does for you? Because we made our own names for our products. There's nobody else that has Contravalor or Iarmia or Articulus or Irini or any of those things as herbal remedies. So they're not common household names. You have no idea what they mean. Well, when you get to our site, you do have the option of being able to click that little magnifying glass up there, typing in symptoms or conditions or anything like that that you were looking for a remedy for, and it will help you find search results. Or if you scroll down to the products, you will notice that most of them in the title in parentheses has a general overview idea of what it is useful for. But if you scroll down further past the adding it to cart, you will see all of the ingredients and the potential benefits along with the, standard disclaimer that herbalists put on their website. And if you're feeling real frisky and you need some more convincing other than just taking a random woman on the internet's word for it, you can scroll down and find multiple reviews on each individual product that we offer from real life customers. But if you want to stick around, I can do the dirty work for you, give the information to you real quick so you don't have to go digging for yourself. Let's go. And before we get too far into it, every bottle comes with a front label, but then there is a back label that again gives you the same information of the potential uses for this bottle and the recommended amount to take. So we have black walnut tincture, which is meant to be a parasite intestinal cleanse. We have Irini, which is our stress and anxiety relief blend. We already used Contravalor as our example earlier, but this is the one related to everything involved in owning a uterus, whether it is still operating in retirement or has been evicted from your body. Cardamona is our digestive relief blend. all things related to your stomach being upset with you: acid reflux, indigestion, irritable bowel syndrome, Crohn's, bloating, nausea, diarrhea, constipation, all of those things. Circulatio is our blend formulated to potentially help with anything related to your heart health, lowering your blood pressure, increasing blood flow, all of those types of things. Usnea is your immune system powerhouse. It has been proven effective in modern research studies against staph and strep infections. It is also antifungal and antiviral. Captivorum was formulated for the sake of potentially helping with all spastic conditions, and our customers with restless leg syndrome really appreciate this one. Chaga is our best-selling product in the shop. It has been known in research studies to potentially decrease cholesterol, decrease blood pressure, and decrease blood sugar, while also being a potent anti-inflammatory as well, so it helps with inflammatory conditions like arthritis. Speaking of arthritis, Remolio is our pain relief blend, so it's going to help with a lot of pain conditions. We have quite a few chronic pain sufferers that use this blend. Somnifera is our blend to help with falling and staying asleep. Inagno is our lymph system support blend, which, if you don't know what your lymphatic system does in your body, it is basically your body's filter. It is the one that sends out all the white blood cells in response to getting an infection or a virus. And it also helps maintain your body's fluid balance. So if you're experiencing systemic swelling overall, this is going to help decrease that, including lymphedema. And it's going to help your body's immune response to keep your lymphatic system functioning well, so that when you do get sick, you produce the adequate amount of white blood cell soldiers to start marching to fight it all off. Iormia is our mental clarity blend that is formulated to help with symptoms related to ADHD, but I also personally love it as a mom of 3 with brain fog and perimenopause issues, and it helps with my energy levels as well throughout the day. Farana is our immune support blend with well-known herbs in the herbalism community of elderberry, echinacea, and astragalus. Respiratio is our acute respiratory blend to help with light congestion, coughing, sneezing, things like that. And then we have its friend that you can take both alongside of, Respirare. This is respiratory recovery from chronic lung conditions. Respirare specifically just got some really glowing reviews. Doctors said I would never have any recovery of lung function that was gone, but this tincture has done what doctors have said is impossible. I have increased lung function and am able to move around, do more physically, and most importantly, to breathe so much better. This is such a blessing and greatly appreciated. And we didn't forget the men. We do have a men's health blend to support prostate function. And last but not least, we do have Articulus, which is our joint health support blend for conditions like arthritis and joint pains and things like that. I just don't have any in stock right now because I am waiting on a shipment of plants to be able to make a new batch of it. So that one will be back in the middle of or towards the end of February. And I've occupied 8 minutes of your time long enough now, so I think that covers everything. But as always, if you have questions, just feel free to ask. And we do have the Book of Faces group for any other questions or concerns. If you would like to check it out, keep up to date with us. And of course, if this app goes away, that's where we do the business thing. And if you don't want to do any meta platforms or other social media, we do also have text alerts on the website that you can sign up for so you don't miss out on any future restocks.